straight after.
Or what you streaming?
Well, just us in it.
This chat.
Oh, this chat.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Now you tell me.
Ah, I did tell you.
Oh, clearly I wasn't listening then.
Well, boy, like, fair enough, innit? Okay, Frost is like officially can't make this, so fair enough. Like, that guy has officially come off. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Agarest. Alright, spending my last 2 weeks playing that game. God, I don't even know what to say about that game anymore.
I mean, enlightening words for anyone listening that might want to know about that game.
That game is really quite bad. Like, the saving graces aren't even good enough to be called saving graces.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, the battle system is bad. The battle system is bad. The
Music is bad.
Music is-
characters is bad.
No, I think-
map. I just remember watching the map go. I don't know, 360 on your ass.
See, that doesn't make any. That never made any sense to me whatsoever. It's like, yeah, man. Like, why have the camera flip and invert itself? It seems like a very pointless feature, and only for something to go wrong.
Mm.
Agarest, isn't it? Of course. They think it's Idea Factory. Buy ideas.
It's it was so bad. The characters aren't even like the characters aren't even that good. And no, the characters actually no, I must be honest, the characters get better as time goes on. So as it gets from generation to generation, like the storyline and the characters get better. Like that's one of the main things about it. But the biggest problem with that game, in terms of like the stuff that should happen, just doesn't. It's like a good example, like Deflex said, like the camera angles and stuff. It sounds like such a minor thing, but if you're like, if you have like a spawn of 3 or 4 big enemies, you can't actually see round them, and the game doesn't transparent them either, so you actually can't see what's behind them. So in the end, you're like, what can you possibly do? It's just
Yeah.
I just want to know who thought it was a smart idea to be like, yeah, man, camera angles. Let's just stick to one, and it's like, ugh.
They probably thought it wasn't important, you know, turn-based. Or that said, they didn't think much things important. Otherwise, that would have been a good game, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, there's that, and it's also like, if you think about it, if it wasn't such an important thing to them, why did they include like part of the battle phase as just part of the battles as a phase for moving around, and why is positioning so important? But on the flip side of that, why would you render 3D objects in front of the camera angle? I don't just the logic behind it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's just, oh man, and don't even let me get started on like the battles. Oh man,
Battles are amazing, man. I know what you're talking about. It's so fun to watch. I was on the edge of my seat every time.
blatant. That Dark Knight,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah. Dark Knights. They're just raping your ass.
No, they actually did like blow me up several times. Like
All we see is just numbers.
yeah, that's the thing about that game. Like Generation 1 to 2 wasn't too bad, but the difficulty just spikes. It's like, ah, it's like, yeah, man. Like I'm gonna hit for 30k. It's like, alright then, cool. And it's just various things that work around like the battle phases and the way. It's just, it's. I don't know what to make of it. Let's just put it that way.
Words cannot be summed up.
Yeah. And then you have like the retarded spawns, like the Necromatter or the Cat Ladies or whatever you like to call them. I don't know. I don't care. But they have such a high avoidance stat, and they got a high agility stat, and they have a high attack power stat, and they have a high magic stat. They just have medium HP, so they take forever to kill because you can't hit them. And they spawn with bigger enemies, and they just link with them everywhere. And it's like, yeah, man, 2 of your party members are dead because you can't hit one enemy for a whole turn. God. But on the flip side, the actual, as I said before, the storyline was okay. How the storyline worked with each generation and how the characters interacted with the main character and other characters were pretty good. I can't fault them for bad storytelling, except for the bit with Hildegard, which is one of the love interests for Generation 4.
Yeah.
She's like the tall, busty one, blonde hair, pirate captain.
Yeah.
Uses a gun and everything. She's supposed to be like, yeah, man. Like,
Pirate Captain, Badass,
yeah.
or something.
And she was like, she started
Fail
off,
and
yeah, she started off so sick. Like the team, like, they were like, yeah, man, we're people that need to save the world. Can you like take us on your ship to go like across the continent to actually like save the world and stuff like that? And she just told them go away, like. And in the end, she didn't take them, and only until like they done something life risking for her, which is like fair enough. If you're gonna be like hitchhiking the ride, you gotta damn make sure it's worth it, innit? So like that bit was all good, but as the storyline like went on, and don't get me wrong, Generation 4's character is like a complete like emo, and emo to the point where he was driving me absolutely up the wall. Basically, it was like, why on earth would you just not keep quiet? And he just complained about everything and blah 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 blah. And to an extent, I can sort of understand where he's coming from, because he kind of has no life to live, or he's only like living just to like become a statue basically. And but Hildegard started off this really strong female character, like completely different to, like she was similar to like characters like Valeria or Elaine from Generation 1 and 2, but she just turned into this really, how can I explain it?
How can you explain it?
It was like, she just turned into this really she turned into really, I can't find it, insecure, and they tried to base her all on this just, they tried to put like the whole thing is like, now I want to live like a woman and blah blah blah, and she just became really like submissive towards the end. And it's kind of like, you make all this effort to build a really strong character and you just go and do that. It's just really sad.
Down, she wanted to be loved.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the reasoning they said, and I think that's rubbish. Like, you could still like be completely badass and like still be loved. So I think that's quite crap. So at the end of the day, like, that's what spoiled the story for me. Like, everything else was fine, just that moment. Like, I just wanted to just throw my controller at the screen.
I'm surprised you haven't.
See, I haven't made the same mistake Lord Spectre has, and that was to take Marvel seriously. So, like, my controller ain't going nowhere. What else about that game? Right, the interface and stuff like that. Oh, the interface has got so many problems with it. It's there's like spelling errors everywhere. It's like,
no, that's more around the publisher.
yeah, it's more around the publisher, but it doesn't help. But
No.
there's not only that, there's also when you're interacting with the menu, stuff like if you're changing your party order, you think, right, highlight Leonhardt and then highlight Ellis, and it swaps them over. What does it do? It puts Leonhardt in Ellis's position, and Ellis completely disappears. Where's the logic? No! Why would you create such a...
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Frost.
Hey, Frost.
Hello.
Hey.
Raw, like, what made you all of a sudden start working?
We will take high internet speeds for granted. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but my router now works, and I have no idea why. Before it was giving me download speeds of about 5 kilobytes a second.
Did you reset it and
Oh,
everything?
wow.
I did something, and I heard like an electrical spark, and then it worked.
Oh, raw.
Um,
The high-level tactics, yeah?
It's one of them ones.
So
I know they have. We will take.
That electrical
getting
box
my-
spark did something to your router, but it probably destroyed something else.
Yeah, true, yeah. Your
Yeah,
PC comes off, yeah?
Look, man, I heard you guys talk about Agarest, man. Do bring me in.
No, we were just talking about how bad it is, isn't it? Like, it is pretty bad.
You know, man, like I said, man, I warned you from the get-go. Me and Lord Spencer, we were like, this game here is fucking bad. And like, nah, man, it can't be as bad as Cross Edge.
No, it's actually worse than Cross Edge. It's actually worse than Cross Edge.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I actually think Cross Edge is actually slightly worse because the
I
main
think
character.
just because of the main character, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, but like, it's in terms of the whole game, like Agarest is worse. Like,
Yeah.
guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed.
No,
No way of
I'm
stopping
gonna get
that.
I saw this guy called York, and his picture by default looks upwards. So I was like, nah, man, this guy's an arsehole.
Why?
Fuck. His portrait, I can see up his nose. He's proper looking upwards. It's like, nah, this guy needs to just fucking dead. Nah.
Do you know what? There's something like really weird, like with my mic. It just keeps like readjusting itself.
Well, the volume of it, or
Yeah.
you sure that just isn't Skype? Because Skype does that.
No, it's doing it to actual my microphone itself. It's just really annoying.
Oh, fair enough.
I might just actually have to like think of. Oh, right. I made an echo. Whoops.
Dun, dun, dun.
So what's the next game you're tackling now? I mean, now that you're finished with Agarest Senki, are you going to be playing the next worst game?
Neptunia?
Hyperdimension Neptunia. When will you be tackling that? And please do tell.
I don't
Sort
know.
of, you know.
Or guys, my echo is you.
No.
Then why can't I hear myself? Oh.
Because you have the stream on.
I guess. Fair enough. Right.
Dum dum dum.
Yeah, it's actually really awkward. Yeah. Give me a second, guys.
When
Be right back.
look, this guy.